Migrants, migrants, migrants. It's all the newspapers go on about. They've published more stories about migrants than they have Sudokus. And while I'm at it, Sudokus? What's wrong with a crossword? The Great British Crossword, the kind that won us the 2 down, 3 letters, military conflict. I don't know. But you may have noticed that the Telegraph has taken it to a whole new level. It seems like most days they run a story along these lines. Migrant avoids deportation due to insert silly reason. They've done so many. It's like a Marshall Cavendish cut out and keep collection. Let's take a look. Albanian criminals' deportation halted over son's distaste for chicken nuggets. An immigration tribunal ruled that it would be unduly harsh for the 10-year-old boy to be forced to move to Albania because he didn't like the type of chicken nuggets that are available abroad. Now, to be fair, I haven't tried the chicken nuggets in Albania. Maybe they're so bad that I'd have one and agree with the court. But it seems like a strange reason. Like if you were legally due to be deported with your son and your son doesn't like chicken nuggets, he could not eat chicken nuggets? I mean, it's gone from being a harsh punishment to the reason he'll live longer. And if the only reason you get to stay in the UK is because your son loves the nugs, I want to see the court follow up. Send someone round there to watch him eat a massive plate of it every so often. And when he hits his stroppy goth phase, goes vegan, bosh, sorted. It's not the only case, not by a long chalk. A Polish drug dealer avoids deportation because he does not speak the language. And we don't mean English, like he was in the court not understanding a word of it like Manuel. No, he moved to the UK when he was 4. He doesn't speak Polish, which is not a bad reason to not send someone to Poland. Although not speaking the foreign language is probably the most British thing he could have done. He's assimilated. I mean, you could say if you knew you were at risk of being deported to Poland and didn't speak Polish, that'd be a really good reason to make sure you don't do any crimes. The stakes are higher for you, but I'm just being logical like an idiot. Meanwhile, they also had migrant cannabis farmer allowed to stay in UK after claiming he forgot to speak native language. I mean, it's almost the same story. Subtle change. He forgot how to speak the language. How much cannabis do you have to smoke to forget your primary language? I'm amazed he had any left to sell. These people are like one Duolingo app away from being deported. But he couldn't go back to Serbia because he couldn't speak Serbian. He only speaks Albanian, which is an official language of Serbia. How about this one? Deporting Albanian migrant jailed for cannabis farming would breach his Filipino wife's human rights. Why? Doesn't she like the chicken nuggets? The judges decided that it would be unduly harsh for this Filipino wife of a convicted drug producer to be separated from him. I don't know. I mean, let's remember he's a convicted drug producer. Sounds like she could do better. Still, at least he could speak his native language. Not that useful when your wife's from the Philippines, but it's a small win. And one could, if one were being harsh, claim that the ECHR might not have been originally intended to protect the rights of people from the Philippines first, but you wait till you see this one. Psychotic Nigerian robber can stay in UK because he believes he is possessed. And what, it would be unduly harsh on the spirit that possesses him to be deported? That spirit didn't do anything wrong, apart from possessing. Why should he have to move? The ECHR, the European Convention on Human Rights, not demons, it's not ECDR. The next one, though, I understand. Nigerian dating conman won't be deported because NHS is treating his family. His family's being treated by the NHS, so they've suffered enough. They'll be having a terrible time, cancelled appointments being left on hold, maybe some MRSA. I would say he has my sympathy, but he's a dating conman. He spends his time online pretending to fancy other women, and his family's the thing that saves him. I did chuckle a while back with that recent story of a woman who was conned out of money when she believed she was chatting to Brad Pitt online and he asked for some dosh. I didn't see pictures, but if you think Brad Pitt is into you, you got to be pretty hot. Although I say this as a bloke, I know what I'd be like. I could be chatted up by a sexy honey-trap Russian spy, only after some state secrets, and my man brain would think, yep, still got it. How about this one? Sex offender avoids deportation because he distrusts authority. I bet he does. They're always trying to catch people like him. Sex offenders distrust authority in the same way that pigeon distrusts Dastardly and Muttley. A lot of these cases claim that if they go back, they'll be persecuted in some way. Like this one, Iraqi drug dealer too westernized to be deported. He said that they'd be suspicious of him. Unlike over here, when we love a drug dealer. Rock of the community. Well, sells rock to the community. Yeah, we love a trusted drug dealer. TrustedDealer.com. I got one to countersign my passport application. Oh, I like this one as well. Migrant avoids deportation because he lost his phone. Pulling a Rebecca Vardy. This guy fled Iraq when he was accused of helping people cheat on a Year 12 exam. And you fled over that? It's hardly a crime. I think I did that on the way into the studio. Is it really the kind of crime where you need protection afterwards? Like there are some criminals that people can't stand. Murderers, child abusers, and people who aid cheating on Year 12 exams. He better be kept in solitary for his own safety. He claimed that because he lost his phone, he couldn't contact home to get a replacement ID card from Iraq. Surely we could help him sort that. I mean, he's good at filling in forms if they're for exams. And I know that these cases are a small fraction of the cases seen by our courts, cherry-picked by the Telegraph to be outrageous. But there shouldn't be any like this. Judges, if you think we shouldn't drop out of the ECHR, stop giving the Telegraph reasons to print this kind of 3 across, 8 letters, stool of a male cattle.